Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyle Trask and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does. And you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys.
Gator at quarterback, Kyle Trask.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say a great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 25 on second down, Trask. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
On third down, Trask. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a fourth down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. And they're indeed going. Here's Trask. They'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
First down, Trask. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson. His throw incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, you're carrying 90 now. And with the new rule.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has a big thank you to say to his defense. He threw the interception, then boom, the defense gets it back.
But the ebb and flow of a game is something else, isn't it? But you made an excellent point. A big thanks is owed to that defense. They went out there on what we call sudden change after a turnover and didn't give up anything. In fact, took the ball away and set them up again. Really nicely done.
So a clean slate and a mulligan.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. Sometimes the visuals don't exactly work out the way you expect. They wanted to let him use his size. Float one up to him, but he wasn't able to get any separation. The DB was right on him and forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Trask. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they go play action. Here's Trask. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempt. It again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. On first down, Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Gordon, and he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 34 yards. And the Jets are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were... So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the ball. Defense. So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
Trask on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Trask. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Trask throw on target to Godwin here. And he's got this down to the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
First down throw for Trask. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said no. Can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Again, it's Trask. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
Trask now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Trask, 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
4th down, Trask. Forced out to his left. And he is going to be out of bounds here, short of the line to gain, so that will be a turnover on downs. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete. Good
coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Flush to his right. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaking up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kelvin Benjamin. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He completes it to Tate. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
On 1st and 10, Trask. And he rifles one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trask. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, that's out to the flat for Gordon. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Melvin Gordon taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets have taken the lead. Here they got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing this one out for Evans. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Bucksons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
To throw is Trask. Looking left side, and it's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Final play of the half here, Trask. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. No run back back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Beathard to throw. He's got this one completed to Mims. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Here's a Florida native from up near Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Carter. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 2nd and 9. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Beathard to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, they'll throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw is Beathard. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. To the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for it all. Looking for Brown, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, 28 yards.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Now Beathard.
Over the middle, caught by Mims.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Beathard. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On the
the Jets sweep. Here comes Moore.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
To throw is Beathard. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
He's going to field this at the 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Second and 11. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run it here with P-Ryan. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a give to Carter. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's P-Ryan. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bailey able to knock it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. A minute 15 remaining. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyle Trask and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Burrow will throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd and 2, Trask. They'll let this go for the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Trask, 3rd and 2. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. First down, Trask. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly...
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them, Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Trask now looks to throw on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Trask airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
And they go play action. Here's Trask. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's Trask. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Mike Evans, 73 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Dancing away at the 35.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Suck up for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 31, Burrow.
Right side and taken in by Fulgham. And he goes out right around the 39.
7 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Levante David. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Trask on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
From the gun, Trask. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now Trask. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouth. After that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
A first down throw for Trask. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. Ready for the
regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Catch made by Fulgham. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And Burrow going to throw again. Open man is Uzomah. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Trask to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
This is it. This is it.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Trask. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Trask flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a gain of 34.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Trask. Steps away to his left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd and goal, Trask. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Trask now. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and they open the lead up now to 25. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No
run back here down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards him.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Working out of the gun. Here's Trask. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Trask now off the play fake. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And going back to the air with Trask. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Suck up for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin.
Dropping it off underneath. Here's Pirine.
That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Griffin. They'll roll. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Griffin. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Now Griffin on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a dump off here complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Once again, Griffin. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
We're all right, just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Griffin. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is RG3. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Griffin. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Taken at about the 1.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They look to be on their way to a second win in 3 tries in this preseason as they begin here 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This one complete to Scott Miller. Not much there, only a yard. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point try now for Suckham. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, Griffin. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man complete to Miller. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Can I join your franchise?
They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.